Hello, EDCI 706 Reform and Change. Dr. Palermo with a week 7 instructional video. The big deal is that we will be meeting this coming weekend for our second face-to-face weekend in Fayetteville, October 12th and 13th. And I primarily want you to prepare for this weekend by reading some Hall and Horde if you can, by maybe previewing an article or two prior to the weekend, and thinking about your evidences and bringing your best work to class, in some cases for peer review. So this week is 7, which out of 15 is almost halfway. The readings are Hall and Horde, Chapter 7, which is about culture of continuous learning. Guess what? PLCs are what they're talking about and suggesting as a model for change. Oh boy, love it when things align. But you know what? I'm not sure that I did a good job teaching Chapter 6 about the 6 dimensions of change facilitator styles. And we're going to do some reteaching. What do good teachers do when they figure out that students maybe didn't get what you wanted them to understand? You reteach, I think. And so I'm going to be spending some time reteaching Chapter 6, Change Facilitator Styles, this weekend. I'd like to do some with 7 and also preview some of what's coming later in Hall and Horde. Intervention mushrooms are pretty interesting, and at least want to get you thinking about mushrooms at your school. So what do you do this week? Please read Hall and Horde Chapter 7. If you can, look ahead to Chapter 8. There is not a writing that you must post this week. We are going to incorporate this about PLCPs into your working face-to-face. And over in the meeting tab on the left for face-to-face, I'm loading lots of the content that we'll be using. I'll have the lesson plan there soon. We are going to do a peer review on the FCEP and PLCPA. I guess the PLCPA is the one that's due first, right? I should reorder those. PEC, if you're ready to talk about it and give us a status of the class on yours, that'll be a good thing. We are going to incorporate Chapter 7, something from Hall and Horde about PLCs. If you have never seen Bill Ferreter, there he is. Hall and Horde, I'd put this summary of CBAM here for you to look at before. We're going to be doing an activity around this, and you can preview that if you choose. But if you have time to read this week, open and read the Schlechte and Reed's articles. I'm going to bring copies this weekend, and we'll do some jigsaw with them to get some different approaches to reform and change. I, again, have been preaching Hall and Horde and CBAM, but there are other models of change, and I do especially like Schlechte's frontier metaphor for change. And so check that out if you can. We will otherwise do some reading in it this weekend. I have a proposal again. When I have the details ready, I'll talk with you about Dr. Jenny Sabin in China. And again, in terms of prep for this week and for week 7, read Hall and Horde Chapter 7. Bring your books. Bring copies of your evidences, please. Bring laptops. Bring your sense of humor. And if there are more duck donuts, that would be appreciated as well. Have a great week. See you this weekend.